Hello, all my friends and my viewers all over the world. How are you all doing? Hope we're all staying safe. I want to first of all say thank you to all my viewers and all my subscribers and those who turn on their notification bell, those who like us and those who share us and comment. That means we're doing a great thing. Thank you for those who follow me every Sunday on Time to Connect and then follow me the rest of the week on Real Blessing Chukwu Show. You know we have branded our name to now Real Blessing Chukwu Show. Thank you so much. We so much do appreciate you following us on our YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe on our YouTube channel. That's if you have not already subscribed. Turn on your notification bell so that when we do get a new show, which we do upload every week, you'll be the first to get it. Also, share, like, and comment us. Also, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And leave us an email in case you have a question or you're confused about something that we have said on the show. Please email us at blessingchukwu@gmail.com. Again, blessingchukwu@gmail.com. You know, at the Blessing Chukwu Show, we talk about religion, we talk about marriage, we talk about entertainment, we talk about charitable foundation, we talk about empowering women, especially the girl child. We also talk about unfolding your daily dream and letting you in what is going in and around the world. I am Blessing Chukwu. Nice to have you join me again today. Thank you for always coming in to see what the Blessing Chukwu is doing in and around the world. Thank you once again, and don't continue to follow us and continue to connect with me every Sunday as I connect with you on the Word of God as we go in depth. So thank you. I cannot thank you, my viewers, enough. Thank you, because you make this show go live, go well all over the place. So thank you so much. Also, today our topic is, what does a man want? What does a woman want? In marriage, in relationship, or whatever you might call it. You know, I believe that what a man wants and what a woman wants should be understood either way. Either partner should understand what each other want. This way they can be together. Remember, the Bible says that God say, a man shall leave his mother and leave his father, so shall a woman, and they will come together and they shall become one, and no man shall be able to put asunder. And that is why today we are talking about what does a man want, what does a woman want. So, you know, a lot of times we women, we really love to be loved. We love to be loved. We love to be appreciated. We love to be celebrated. We love to, to be bought a flower. We love for our man to say, you look beautiful today. We love to hear, I thank you for all that you do. You've been doing for this family. Thank you for taking care of the children. Thank you for cleaning the house. Thank you for making the bed. Thank you for being there whenever I get there. A woman always love to pray with the family. A woman love to have time, private time with her husband, where they talk, communication, where they talk and think about, where they're coming from, what has been going on, and what not, and what next. But, a woman is not always into that sex thing, not really. A woman just loves to be cuddled and held and loved and said, I love you, and, caress her hair, caress her ear, her neck, and wherever it is that you feel that she loves for you to touch. That's what women want. It's not always the getting down to business, Women love to be loved. They love to, for you to say, oh, you did so good. What can I do without you? You are my life. You're my love. You're my this. That's what women love. Women, that's what we really, really love in a marriage. That's what we need in a marriage. Not only that is what we want, but it is what we really need in marriage. And this way, this marriage can continue to go on the woman side, on the perspective. But for the man, what does a man want in a marriage? Now, let us look at what a man wants in a marriage. The men want a lot, right? But anyway, so who doesn't? Women want a lot too. All these things I've mentioned is what women want, is how women want their marriage to be. Because women love that communication. Women love that admiration. They love that, say something nice to a woman and not always bringing them down. Always say your dress is nice, what you're wearing is really nice. I love your hair. Oh, where did you get that gold? Well, I'm not wearing any today, right? Okay, so, but those are the kind of things women love. And when you come back, you bring flowers, once in a while, you buy a card just to express your love to the woman. That's what really women want. And that's really what makes them happy. And you will see them, they will just keep going and keep maintaining the house and keep doing things that they need to, do. Also, women like to shop, Let's not forget that. Women, we love to shop. But you know what? I mean, it's not all the time, depending on how much our husband make or we make, or how much we have in the house and how much responsibility. But a woman really loves to shop. Sometimes, a woman goes out and she might come back with 20 bags. Trust me, in that 20 bags, she didn't spend up to $100. We are cheap shoppers, We shop really cheap. And we go to the sale. We go to the cheapest department, to get something, or wherever we know that it's a sale, and we will go there and we will buy something to make us refresh and look good, and always looking good for our guy and for ourselves, really, really, because your looking good is really for you, not for anybody else. But women love those kind of things. And when you give women that opportunity, and women love freedom too, they do love freedom. They don't want to be badgered, yelled at, screamed at, and shouted at. I know I just mentioned guys, right? But I'm still talking about women so that we don't get everything mixed up. I know we're gonna go back to the men. So, but I'm just trying to say what the women want, what a woman loves, what a woman would love to happen in her marriage, in her home, and in all that. So now, those are the love and likes and wants of women in marriage. And there is other things too, the way you talk to them, the way you treat them in public, the way you hold their hands, the way you open the door for a woman. That really gets a woman going. She feel important, she feel wanted, she feel appreciated. So those are the things, man, our guys, these are the things that you need to do to keep your woman rolling and keep that Energizer battery rolling. So now, let's talk about men. What does a man want? The men, they want too much, I tell you. But, it is all reasonable. Okay, a man, number one, his belly. There has to be food. You know what I mean? There has to be food in the belly. There has to be food, more food, more food, more food, more food. Men love to eat. The way to a man's heart is through his belly. He gotta eat. He gotta eat. Okay, that's number one for a man, because that food gotta be on the table. That food gotta keep going all the time. There has to be no time where there is no food on the table. Always, always, always food. Also, number two, for men, we all know what that is. They like to get down to business, in the bedroom. They love to get down to business. They love. I don't know. I remember, most of the time, men don't even think with their head. They think from where. But, that is what men love. They love. I mean, really love in the bedroom. But a woman, You can love a woman, hold a woman. That's enough for a woman. You know, a woman, we are so soft and so gentle and so easygoing. But it's not, always the getting down to business like men do. So men love that getting down to business, really getting down to business. You'll be like, I've talked about this for quite a few minutes here. Yes, because that is true. Men love to get down to business 7 days a week if you permit them, but that's who men are. I guess that is how God designed men. So now, what else does a man like or love? A man desire respect. You see, the Bible says in Proverbs that a woman have to put a crown on his husband's head. So that means you cannot disrespect that guy in public, in where his family are, your family are, or friends, or his friends, or your friends, or when you hang out together with both male and female friends. You cannot disrespect that man, because what it does is that it brings their morale down. It brings their self-esteem down. It makes them look less. It makes them look unimportant, and their fellow men look down on them. You cannot, I repeat, you cannot disrespect your man, especially in public. If your man did something, even something that you've never seen before, you've never heard of before, which I don't know what it is that you've never heard of before, and let's say your husband did something, or your guy, or whoever, your fiancé, or whoever you're dating, that person did something so awful outside, just smile and just, make him feel more important. And then when you go home, deal with it. Deal with it at home. A man loves nothing but respect. A man loves to be respected. When you respect a man, especially where his friends are, especially where your friends are as a woman, especially in front of your own family, in front of your husband's family, that man will do anything for you. Anything you ask, that man will do it for you. But you have to respect him. You have to respect the man of the house. You have to respect your husband, the father of your children. You have to honor him. Let me tell you what the Bible says about your husband. The Bible said the husband should love the wife, because God knows how we function, how we operate. And he says the woman to honor your husband, and the children obey your parents so that your days may be long. That is a command that God gave to family, to marriage, to unity of a man and a woman. You have to honor your husband, my sister. You have to respect your husband. You have to value your husband, whether he is nice to people outside, or whether he is rude outside, or whatever. You have to always honor your husband. You married the man. You can talk to him when he gets back to the house. But you men too, you cannot be nasty while you're out, because you know that your wife honors you. But the woman needs to honor her husband. The woman needs to respect her husband. The woman needs to embrace her husband and put that crown on his head. And the Bible also says that uneasy lie the head that wear the crown. And also says that the heart of a king is in the hand of the Lord. The man is the king of the house. The man is the head of the family, because that is how God designed it. So we have to love him. We have to respect him. We have to, honor him. And we have to know that that man is the man that God has put in our life. If we do not honor our husband, our friends will see that. If we do not respect our husband, our friends will see that. You might think that they are not seeing. You might think that they don't know what is going on. You might think that they are not observing. They do observe. They might not say anything. But you guess what? When your husband speaks, they will look down on him. When your husband say anything, they'll be like, You do not want people to go that way with your husband. That is not a good thing. Let other women see you and respect your husband. You know, I'm not talking about maybe him and his friends doing what they do, hanging out, or maybe arguing with each other. And that's another thing too. When you go out with your husband and he's arguing with his friends, don't put your mouth, watch. But you know, you should have a sign language that you use with your husband. All you need to do is to look at him or do that sign or do something and he know it's time to stop. You don't have to get involved in the argument of your husband and and his friends, guy friends, I mean. Because they will think that you control him at home. They will think that you tell him what to do. They will not begin to call him names. You see what I'm saying? You need to honor your husband, especially outside. You need to let him wear that crown that belongs to him. Let your husband be respected in the mix of all, because that is so, so important, and that is so, so key for a man. Also, a man loves to be appreciated too. So does a woman love to be appreciated. A man loves to be, you know, when you come, you say, thank you, my husband. Thank you, my darling. Thank you, my guy. You know, thank you for what you did for the family. Thank you for working so hard to take care of the family. Thank you for always being there for us. Thank you for taking care of the children's school fees. Thank you for buying me that ring or that jewelry or that new dress or that new car or whatever that it might be. Always appreciate him. You have to always appreciate him. You have to always celebrate your husband. You have to always let him know that he is doing a great job, that whatever he does is very, very good, and he is a big benefit to the family, that he is a great man, he's a strong man, he's a macho guy, you know, anything that you can do to keep him happy, and so should he too. Anything that he can do to keep you happy and to keep the marriage, going, try not to insult your husband in front of the children. You can talk to him in the bedroom. You can talk to him when you guys are like going out or like you're going somewhere like where the children are not, because this thing kind of creates problem in the family. It will make the children to begin to, look at the husband some way. Sometimes you work and the husband doesn't work. Do not tell him that he doesn't work all the time. Do not remind him that he borrowed money from you all the time. Do not remind him that you are the breadwinner or whatever that is. You remember we talked about breadwinner about a few weeks ago. We're talking about breadwinner, but both of you are the breadwinner, because either he's taking care of the kids and you're taking care of the kids, or either one of you is home and one of you had to work because of the circumstances and situation of things. So do not let the world know that you're the one that make the money, or let all your friends know that you're the one that make a lot of money and your husband doesn't make enough money and he's always eating on your money, he's always borrowing money from you. That is your husband. Where is the oneness that God talked about, right? Where is a man shall leave his father and his mother, so shall a woman, and they will come together and they shall become one, and nothing shall be able to separate them except death. So you have broken that rule when you do that. When you say that you have broken that rule, you need to honor your husband. You need to respect your husband, no matter the circumstances, no matter the situation, no matter who brings the money, no matter who pays the bill, no matter who does anything. Both of you are together. Both of you are one. Both of you are lovely people that God designed and put you together. You need to learn to work it together. Even if he's not doing anything, call him and say, okay, this is what you need to do. Do it in the privacy of your own home. Nobody wants to know, because nobody knew when you got married, when you got together. Nobody cares what happens in the privacy of your own home until you bring it up. Most of the time some people say, oh, my friend made me leave my husband, my friend made me leave my wife. If you didn't tell your friend what was going on in your home, how can they sniff in to know? That's no good for a third party in marriage. Marriage is one person, and that one person is between you and your husband. It's just the both of you. So you have to know and learn to know that you cannot always blur your mouth to your friends. Not that I'm saying, oh, don't tell your friend your husband is nice, or this way you're looking for, let's say there is a problem or issues in your marriage. You want to look for somebody who is a godly counselor. It's only a godly counselor that can counsel your marriage, not everybody. Everybody is not designed to cancel your marriage. Everybody is not designed to work on your marriage. There is a person that God has designed that can work on your marriage. And number one is a counselor, or maybe like a pastor, or maybe like a teacher, or somebody that both of you really honor and respect very much. You can go to that person and say, please, this is what the situation is. Because by the time you tell the world your story, by the time you tell your whole friends your story, by the time you let everybody in what is going on in your marriage, by the time you hear that story that you told them, it would have turned into something else. And guess what? When your husband or you hear that, that brings the problem, that brings the fracas, that brings the division, the separation, the divorce, and that causes a lot of confusion and a lot of problem in the home. And the way you said it, you didn't mean it that way. You were just, letting out. Maybe you were stressed out, everything is going on and everything is not working well, and you wanted somebody to hear you in, but not everybody will hear you in. Not everybody will take it the way that you told it to them. Not everybody will treat it as the way that you would expect them to treat it. Some of them will treat it in a way like it becomes a gossip, and some of them will treat it in a way like, well, that's your business. So you see, you need to be careful who you tell your story. You need to be careful who you mingle with exactly too at the same time, because those that you tell your story that will now go and retell your story, not that they will tell your story exactly the way that you told your story. They would put salt, they will put pepper, they will put Maggie, they will put different things in that story, and that story will look sweeter. And then guess what? That person will take that story to another person in her own way that she understood it. And then guess what? That story always come back. They say what goes around comes around, and it is going to come back one day to haunt you, to haunt your husband, and to haunt your marriage. And then when you start fighting, those people, guess what? They're not there. They don't know what is going on. All they hear is, oh, we're going to a divorce. They really do not understand what the real problem is. That's why they don't even know what to say at that point. Or even if they know what to say, it will no more be of benefit to you, because everything has gone sour. Everything has gone upside down. Everything is now in a state of topsy-turvy. So we need to really be careful, how we treat our men, how we treat our women, how we treat our marriage, how we treat everything that concerns our family. Because a family is supposed to be a secret. It's a sacred place where you come together with your husband, where you come together and you speak to each other, you talk to each other, because you got married because you wanted to marry each other. You got married because you felt that you can live together. You got married because you can deal with each other's issue. That's why we were talking about 2 weeks ago, be careful before you say I do. Be careful before you say I do, because all these things are things that you need to put into consideration. All these are things that you need to think of before you actually get into this marriage. Because let me tell you, whoever a person is, he cannot hide for too long. But that's why the dating process is good, is key, is important. Because that time you get to know those traces that you think you want to change. You cannot change anybody, remember that. You cannot fix anybody, remember that. But you can add to their lifestyle. You can contribute to see how things can work out. But where you think you have to change somebody, that is not where you should be going to get married. Because that thing you're trying to fix, if it's who they have been, you cannot change an old, how do they put it? I don't even know how they put it. You cannot let me put it this way. You cannot take an old wineskin and put it with a new wineskin. It's going to taste sour. It's not going to be good, because the old wineskin is already soured. The new wineskin is fresh and good. If you mix both of them together, it's not even going to have a taste that will impress you. It's not even going to have a taste that is good. It's not even going to do no good. So that's what happens here. Because when you begin to talk about your marriage, you begin to talk about yourself, you begin to talk about your husband or your wife, and you begin to tell everybody the story and how things are going in your home, and you feel that, okay, it is time to talk about our story. No, is that person telling you their story? That's why you need to choose somebody, either your pastor, a godly man, a real godly man, a real godly man. Listen to what I'm saying, a real godly man, or somebody, a professional that knows what they're doing in counseling, or a teacher, or anybody that you know, like is that is more experienced and that know what they are doing, and that you can watch them and see how they've lived their life before you can actually go to them, because you don't want to go to somebody and then the story you told repeats itself. So that's why a man need that kind of respect. Mostly a man. You see, sometimes women were more talkative. We go and talk, especially in an argument, we don't stop. You see, let me tell you, when a man is quiet, they are thinking. They are using their thinking oblongata, They are using it. They're trying to think and process it. And you keep yelling. And then that's when the anger will start to develop. And the man will begin to do things that he shouldn't do. But doesn't mean that a man should do anything stupid because the woman is talking. You can leave the room. You can leave the house. You can take a break. You can drive out. Or you can go somewhere and cool off and eat or drink, or like drink something cool like water, drink soda, drink juice, something cool. Go to a restaurant, relax your head and your mind. Do not call a friend at that time that you're very angry. Do not call her girlfriend while you're that angry, because you're gonna say things you're gonna regret. And it's a woman too. If your husband is the one that talks, it's very hardly men are the ones that keep nagging and nagging. Usually it's we women that do that. You too, you can just leave the house and go. If you know that you're angry, do not drive, because this way you're going to hurt yourself. What you can do is just leave the vicinity and go somewhere, or you can go to downstairs of your house, or go to a room where you can close it and just be there to relax for a few minutes. And then when you relax for a few minutes and get yourself together, and then you can come back. But when we use anger, when we use the way we are feeling, and we will say something we shouldn't say, we do something we shouldn't do, we act the way that we shouldn't act. So this is the things that men and women want in marriage. A man and a woman want a successful marriage, that's for sure. No man or woman that doesn't want a successful marriage, otherwise they wouldn't go into it in the first place. Another thing is that bring some of the trouble too for marriage is money. You have to know how to manage your money. You have to know how to put it together. You have to know how to, separate your house money and your fund money and your bus money and your ticket money and movie money and all those kind of things. You have to know. Let the person that knows how to manage the money. Most of the time, men like to manage the money. But women, they are very good at managing money, because women look at everybody. When they manage money, women look at the children, they look at the grandmother, the grandfather, they look at especially, some of us from Africa, we look at our mother, we look at our father, we look at the in-laws, we look at the relatives that will continue to call us to say support us and all those kind of stuff. So, but a man wants to get what he wants right now. A man does not shop like a woman, but a man can spend more money than a woman. A man can see one suit that they love because maybe they're not the type that shop too much, but they see a suit that they like. It's $500. They will go and buy it. They don't price it. But they might have 3 suits in the house. Those 3 suits is covering the whole clothes and shoes and bags and every accessories a woman has. So that is what we need to really look at. So a woman manages better when it comes to managing of money. The woman manages the money much better than the men most of the time. But there are some men too who can manage, who are good at managing the finances. So these kind of things that will bring trouble and bring problem in the family, we need to look into it. We need to look at it. Who is better at this? Let that person handle what they are better at. Who is better at that one? Let that person handle that. Women, we are very good with children. Doesn't mean that a man cannot help with the children, because few men men will say to you, oh, that is a woman's job. No, that's not a woman's job. And also, it goes with cooking. And they will say, oh, it's a woman's job to cook. A woman is supposed to be in the kitchen. No, no woman is supposed to be in the kitchen. A man can be in the kitchen. A woman can be in the kitchen. Anybody can cook. There are some men who cooks more than women. What about the men that work in the restaurant? When you eat their food, you'll be like, mwah, you want to keep going there and keep going there, and you demand that person to continue to cook for you. So those are men too. They're not women. They are men, but they cook. They have talent. Cooking is a talent. It's not that it is meant for women. It is not meant for women at all. And to clean the house, the men will say, oh, it's a woman thing. A woman's life is in the kitchen and in the house. No, 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 no. There are men that clean. When they clean too, the whole place is spotless. You have to even ask, should I sit? Because it's so clean that you don't know if you're qualified to sit. But, then there are women most of the time. That's our gifting. It's all about gifting. Doesn't mean it's what we're supposed to do. No, everybody can do that. And there are women that can clean. There are women that can cook. There are women that, they make the money, but they're not into cleaning and cooking and doing all those kind of stuff. So the man have to fall into those empty spaces that is missing, because that's what makes you husband and wife. That's what makes you come together. That's what makes you fulfill each other's need. And everything that we want and need and whether need in marriage, So this is how we fulfill everybody's heart desire. This is how we keep the marriage rolling. This is how we keep the marriage together. And this is how we understand that this way, we know what you need to do. I know what I need to do. I know what you want to satisfy you at your time. And you know what I want to satisfy me at my time. So that this way, the children will look at this marriage. Remember, you're raising children. Those that have children, you're raising children. They are learning from you. You are their best teacher. You're their number one teacher. Everything that happens in that marriage, you think that they don't know. You think that they're not paying attention. You think that they don't understand. Trust me, they will tell your story. Sometimes, one time ago, I was talking to a crowd. It was, like a church. And I was telling them, I said, your story will be told. The day your story will be told by your family. The day we die, the children will come up on that podium and they will tell your story. You would think that, oh, they don't talk. They don't know what is going on. They're not paying attention. Trust me, they pay attention, especially the children of this 21st century. They are so smart, it's not funny. They will tell your story. That day, they will stand on that podium. They will say, my mom this, my mom that, my dad this, And some of them are funny. Some of them are serious business. I remember one time, a lady died, a lady that I know that was so good woman, such a gracious woman of God. When she died, that day at the funeral, the daughter came up. She had 3 children. The daughter came up and said, my mom was wonderful. And she will make the fun part of the mom, the seriousness about the mom. That is exactly who that woman was, even when she was alive, when I knew her. And the song came, they repeated the same thing. The other song came, they repeated the same thing. Everything they said was true about that woman, because we all knew that woman, that she was like that. She was a great woman of God, a woman of integrity. So those stories will come out for you when you're no longer there, because the children will tell the story. Whether it be good, whether it be bad. When they tell the story, people will know, because bad stories is not always spelled out, but good stories comes out like you don't even have to hide it. So that's how we know. And even the way we live our life, people already know you before the day that person dies. People already know you. And people already imagine things. People already think things. People already have interacted with you. So all those things that we do in the house, thinking that the children does not know or they do not understand, trust me, they know. They hear you very well, clearly and soundly. So we need to be very careful. We need to learn to respect each other. We need to learn to honor each other. We need to learn to love each other, appreciate each other, celebrate each other, love on each other any minute we get. Yes, argument will come. You're not the same mother or the same father. Even you fight with your mother, you fight with your father. Never mind a guy or a woman you met somewhere and you got married. Yes. The Bible says that tribulation will come, but you will overcome. So, there will be those stormy times. There will be those rainy times. There will be those times when you need to, get down to that argument because you need to let it out. You need to let it go. But don't make it a daily routine. It cannot be order of every day because that is so stressful to you. It is so stressful to the husband. It is so stressful to the wife, especially to the children. And remember, I always say, those children will live someday and move on with their own life. Guess what? It's going to be you and that man and that woman. It's only going to be two of you in the house, and you're going to start like you just started over. And then if you have tarnished the relationship, if you have destroyed it because of disrespect and no value for one another and looking down on one another and treating one another like you're trash, it is not going to be a healthy growing old together. Do you know that some people can die because of stress? Stress kills people. But when you work your marriage, no matter what, a lot of people that has lived together for 50, 60 years, they say they were even 80 years, those people that are 100 now. When they talk about their marriage, they will tell you it's respect, it's honor, it's appreciating each other, it's being there for one another, it's looking up to one another, coming together, discussing communication, having a relationship with your spouse, and, dealing with issues one after the other, and one person accepting the other person accepting the other person, bringing 100% both of you to the table. Because if you waiting, let me bring it's not a 50-50 when it comes to relationship in marriage or what I want or what you want. It is about togetherness. It is about you putting in your 100%. I'm putting in my 100%, and we are both working it slowly but surely. So this is what makes marriage, and this is what keep people 60 years married, 70 years married. Doesn't mean it was lovey-dovey. Doesn't mean it was always a smooth journey. Doesn't mean that there was never a time they thought of divorcing. Doesn't mean there was never a time they thought of separating or killing each other or whatever that my case might be. But let me tell you something. When we work it now that we are still young, especially we women, we are so pretty and so gorgeous. Now, when we work it with our macho guy, handsome looking guy, now, so that when we grow older, it will be much, much easy to grow older with that man and with that woman for 40, 50, 60 years until death do you part. And I pray that it's only death that can separate us from our marriages. So we need to understand what we want. We need to understand what we need together, separately, individually. You see, another thing is that men like to hang out with their friends. You see, the woman, you need to let him be, and not always on the phone calling him every minute. Where are you? Are you coming? Are you home? Are you near home? Are you, that's a woman thing. We do that a lot. Some men do that, but not as bad as women. We just go on and on and on and on. Are you coming? Where are you? Then the friends know he has a wife at home. They already know he has a wife at home. Don't badger him. Don't always, calling him. Where are you? What are you doing? You should come home. The children is crying. Da 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 da. No, that is nagging to me. Let him be. Let him hang out. Your man. He's not going anywhere. He's just hanging with his friend. They love to hang with their friend. They like to go fishing. They love to go watch football together. They love to, go hanging out together just for no reason. To eat, to drink. Those who drink, they all like to hang out in different reasons. As long as you know where your husband goes, the kind of man you have and that you're married to, do not badger him. Do not worry him. And you too, maybe you need to make some girlfriends that you can hang out with. And then some women too love to hang out with their girlfriends. Maybe once in a week, they will go do food shopping together. Or once in a while, they will go to movie together. Or they will do a book club together. Women, there are so many things that you can do. You cannot just always, waiting on demand. Sometimes, get a babysitter. Get a babysitter. Let your husband go with his friend. You go with your friends. Or you go, if you're not the type that make friends or like too many friends, you know what? Take a break for yourself, because all these things will break you down. And when you break down, it comes back to the family. And guess who it gets to? Your husband. And the same thing with the husband. The husband too, some husbands too are so jealous. Every little move their wife made, they make a meaning to it. Let me tell you, a woman can hang out anywhere and do anything. Even they can hang out with their male friend. There is nothing going on. Women, we are very, very, respectful of our body. Women are not like the way that men look at them to be. Doesn't mean that some women are not kind of, iffy. But at the same time, women are not into those kind of lifestyle too much that, the men always keep thinking, oh, which man is she with? Where did she go? Why is she late from work? Why is she 1 hour late? Because she is working. She is busy. She's probably on her way to the grocery shopping. She's probably on her way to go try some new clothes and new shoes and go some window shopping. Because women too, we do window shopping where we don't even buy anything. We can be lost in looking and looking and looking. Oh, that looks good. Then we start to match clothes and we say, well, when I get money or whenever it's on sale, I'll go and buy it. So, try to study your woman. Try to study your woman and know that this is what she loves to do. For a woman to go window shopping, maybe that's what she loves to do. Doesn't mean she's buying anything. When she's done, she will come back home. A woman can look at things, turn it upside down, turn it around and look at it and not buy it. And just, oh, don't worry, I'll come back, because no money, right? They know that. Women, we understand when there is no money, but men, they are so macho, they feel ashamed that they didn't buy, they will just buy. Women, we're not ashamed to look and drop and go. We're really not ashamed at all to look at things and drop it and go our way. You can like if it's in Africa, they'll call you name, you should have taken it, But in America, in the Western world, you look at it, you put it back, you don't have to buy it. So, and sometimes too, a woman just buy that thing and come back and realize that, that money, I need it for my babysitter. I need that money to buy grocery, or I need that money to do something because the money we have is not enough. The woman would gladly take that clothes back. But men don't really do that. The woman will gladly take that clothes back and return it to the store. As long as it's not within that 30 days or 60 days that some limitation that some stores have, a woman will return it. They just, had that fun of having that clothes and looking. And maybe if they go there now, if on sale is cheaper, they will buy it. But if not, they will just drop it and go. They don't feel bad. Women, we don't feel bad looking and checking and taking back. No, because we know what we need to do. So, sometimes men think, oh, we buy too much. We buy makeup. Let me tell you, our makeup is not that expensive. Even when you buy good products, they go on sale. Women buy a lot of sale and we buy. But men, you do not buy sale at all. Very hardly. You go to the store, you see a suit you like, you pick it up, you take it. You see pants you like, you pick it up. You don't even say, can I pay less price or let me wait when it goes on sale? You just buy it. But that's not women. So there are things we love to do. We need to be allowed to do those things as women. And there are things that men love to do. Women, sisters, come on. Let them be the man that God has designed them to be. And let them be our macho, our handsome, cute looking husbands and spouse and partners and future husband or who we are dating. Let them be who they are. As long as they love you, they give you attention, they're there when you need them. When it's a family business, they are there for family business. Because I'm one that I believe in family. Family, to me, I believe that God comes first, family second, career third. And everything else is, 4, 5, and 6 and down over there. But when your husband, apart from God being the head of every family and the ultimate of everything, your husband is the head of the family. So it's your husband, your children, then everything else can be added onto it. But nothing else can separate that from you, because that is the most important thing. I hate when a woman neglects her family because of her friends. Women, we are most likely to do that. We're going to say, oh, I'm coming, I'll go to my friend and talk. And then we ignore the husband. That's not good. So the woman need to be there for the family. The woman need to always be there. The man always need to be there too. When it is a family issue, the both parents, the both husband and wife need to be there together, thinking together, working together, finding solution together. Because this is what we are teaching our children to be like. Because you cannot give what you don't have. And then tomorrow, if your daughter or son's marriage didn't work, you start to blame them and start to say, what did you do? Where did I go wrong? Or where did you go wrong? It's in all this little thing, not knowing what a man wants, not knowing what a woman wants. We have to be able to know what we want. We have to be able to know what direction is it that we are going. We have to be able to understand each other, study each other, embrace each other, love each other, correct each other, fix each other's mistakes and work with it. Because this way, our marriage will stay in what we really need. And everything that we don't have and that we need, God will add unto us. Amen. So that is the topic that I have for us today. I hope you enjoyed this topic. What does a man want? What does a woman want? It is so key that we know what we want. It is so key that we understand each other while we are still dating. It is so key that we talk and communicate and relate to one another. It is so key that we make understanding of what direction we are coming from. It is good that we all listen to each other and hold hands together. Very important thing that we must do is to pray together daily when we are together. If the other one didn't travel or didn't go away or not have to rush out to work, it is even before you rush out to work, say the Lord's Prayer, our Father. Say a prayer, hold hands together, pray for each other, cover each other, that each other will go and come back safely and soundly and nothing shall harm them. And then you pray over the children. That is the way to stay together and continue to maintain what you want in marriage. And I pray that we'll all continue to look into those things and continue to work together and continue to tolerate each other and appreciate each other and celebrate each other and tell each other, I love you. You are my number one. And tell each other, you are the best. Tell each other, thank you. Tell each other, I love you. Tell each other, I appreciate you. I celebrate you. Always, be there for each other. Buy gifts for each other. Anything that you know that I like, buy for me. Anything I know you like, when I can afford it, when we can afford it. Remember, we are one. I can just say, okay, this is my own allowance. Let me use it to buy something for my husband, or my husband use his own allowance to buy something for me. So this way we can work together, our marriage, and work everything together. And our children will learn well and become better people too, and know how to run their own marriage and their own relationship when the time comes. So thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, turn on your notification bell, and comment and share and like us. Also, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And send us an email at blessingchukwu@gmail.com. In case you have any question, any suggestion, any ideas, or whatever we have discussed that you might want to like to talk about. Also, most importantly, do not forget to connect with me on Sunday on Time to Connect with Blessing Chukwu as I go in depth in the Word of God and tell us what God is telling us how to raise our family and live our life in this 20th century. And also, if you're trying to search me on Facebook, remember we have branded our name to Real, R-E-A-L, Real Blessing Chukwu Show. So we are doing great things in our shows. If you haven't come to watch us in a few weeks or so, you have missed a lot. So go back to our playlist on our YouTube channel and you can see all that you have missed, and you can continue to, move on in the right direction. And also we continue to unfold your daily dream. And may the Lord bless us as we plan to keep our marriage together and as we work on Time to Connect and to connect with God so that we can begin to live the way that God has designed for us to live, especially in this 21st century. Thank you so much. Have a great time. Take care of each other. Continue to maintain social distancing. It is still the order of the day. And remember to wear the mask wash your hands, sanitize your environment. And also now that the children has gone back to school, you know, that show is still gonna come, right? So now that the children are gone back to school, let us continue to put them in prayer. Make sure you protect them, get the PPE, the protective equipment that they need. They need the gloves if they really need it. They need the mask constantly, and they need the shield, you know, to go to school. And I know that some schools, they have it now. They have all those things. All the schools, they have it. They've already prepared for the children to come back. Make sure that they are sanitizing and they are washing their hands, and make sure that their uniform or the clothes they wear to school is washed, you know, daily or at least every other day, to make sure that they are okay. And make sure that the nurses know what it is that is wrong with your child, or what kind of medication they are on, and all those things, so that they don't make any mistake. So take care of yourself, especially take care of those little ones that are going back to school. Take care of each other, love yourself, love your partner, and work together to the glory of God's name. Thank you for watching and following the Blessing Chukwu Show, Real Blessing Chukwu Show. And thank you for connecting with me every Sunday on Time to Connect. Thank you once again for watching. Take care of you and take care of each other. Again, I am Blessing Chukwu for the Real Blessing Chukwu Show and Time to Connect. Bye-bye. Take care of yourself. God bless you. And stay together and work your marriage together. Bye-bye.